How can I understand the impact of trauma on the foster kids in my care?
Every child that comes into care has experienced some level of trauma. That child's experience of that trauma is going to be different based off of their past experience. So some children, if they came from an environment that has some semblance of stability, has some semblance of an emotional caregiver, or a caregiver that's emotionally available, that child can move into foster care much easier than a child that had no one, that was in a very chaotic environment, that had extensive physical, sexual abuse or neglect. And that's going to look a lot different. I think to answer that question, knowing that the child is going to come into care with some level of trauma is important. And knowing that they're going to come into some level of trauma, we want to give them compassion and understanding. We want to give them the freedom to express emotion. We want to validate what they're feeling. Because again, if we don't give them the freedom to express, they're going to learn this doesn't work. And if it doesn't work, they're going to go into their aggressive system or their shutdown system where they're just not expressing at all. And those are two risky systems. And we don't want kids to be there. Those are their survival systems. I think one of the greatest things that caregivers could do is to educate themselves on trauma, to educate themselves on how the wide picture of trauma, what's happening neurologically for this child, what is playing out behaviorally because of what's happening neurologically for them. Know that it's going to impact them. Know that we have to have an environment that creates safety, and read books, attend trainings, and educate yourself not just on those two basic things, but on really the depth of how it's going to impact